Thought I'd do a little video series on if you can get a decent BMW motorcycle for under $1,000. I paid $750 for this bike. It was not running when I got it. It has 103,000 miles on it. And the fuel pump had a problem, but the previous owner had put a brand new fuel pump in it and it still wouldn't power on. I wound up finding a wire that was broken, fixed that wire, the bike started right up. It runs great. So now I'm just going to do the routine maintenance. I don't know any history on this bike. The gentleman that I bought it from said he had done all the work himself and didn't keep any records on it. So I took a chance on it for 750 bucks and thought I'd clean it up and see if we can get a rider out of it. This is a 93 K75. And yeah, like I said, it's a pretty decent bike. Has some wear on it, which is normal. BMWs are made to be ridden. Has a nice Corbin seat on it, which only has one little nick right here on the top of the seat. But and the only other thing I have done to this bike so far is I changed out the master cylinder. The front master cylinder was just all corroded up, and I changed the front brake line. So that's the only thing I've done to it so far, and maybe I will take you through some of the maintenance on it and try to video some of it and make a little series on it. I have a really small garage, so I'm squeezed in here, so I'll do the best I can to get some videos, and we'll see what we can do. All right, the first thing I was going to do is change this tire because this tire has a leak and keeps going flat on me. And they're pretty old and dry rotted. So I got the tire off. It's pretty easy. Just have to remove this pin here. Has a collar here. You take that off. Slide this pin back out of here. I did have to remove one of the brake calipers so the tire could come out. So we'll go on to taking this tire off. Okay, I thought I'd show you this real quick. I'd never tried this before and I couldn't really record it as I was doing it, but was reseating the bead on this new tire and or seating the bead. And I'd had problems once before doing a motorcycle tire, but I'd heard of someone using a ratchet strap around the tire, getting it pretty tight, and then lube it up a little bit and put the air in it. And I did that. This is the first time I'd ever done it, and it was the easiest way to set the bead on the tire. Just popped right in there, no problems at all. And I was even using a little air compressor that I have. Didn't feel like firing the big compressor up. I already had the little one out, and this tire popped right on. Both beads were able to seat very easily. So just give it a shot. Just wrap the ratchet strap around the tire, tighten it down, and then hit it with some air, and worked great. All right, just mounted this tire. I've got it on the balancer, and this thing is like perfect. Doesn't even need any weights or anything. It's pretty dead on, so I'm not gonna have to do any weights on this one. So we should be good to go for the front, and see what we have next. So let's put this back together. I just want to say, while I do these videos on these bikes, I'm not really doing it as a how-to. I'll kind of show you what I'm doing as I'm doing it. But if you want good how-to videos, go watch Chris Harris. He has the best videos on BMW bikes. But I picked up some things from him. One is using copper antices on a lot of the bolts, and that's what I'm going to do here, is use some copper antices on these caliber bolts here, and put this front end back together. All right, guys, the wheel's back together. Anti-seized the caliber bolts, anti-seized the lower bolts down here as well, and torque them. Torque the front wheel, and I think we're good to go. That's the new tire back on. This is a Shinko tire. I've used these on several other bikes before, and they seem to be great. Great cheap tires. In this video, like I said, I'm trying to see if you can get a nice running BMW motorcycle for, let's say, under $1,500. So far I have $750 in it from what I purchased the bike. And my kind of motto is, if a bike is non-running, I usually pay $1 per cc. So this is a 750, paid $750 for it. So far I have purchased 2 tires for it. Did the front one so far. The front one was $57, I think, around there, and the rear one, let's say 60. Like I said, I already replaced the master cylinder. I bought that used for about $75, and the guy that I bought it from also threw in an alternator and a couple other parts, some switches, for free, just to get rid of them. So we're gonna see what we can do, and we'll get into more maintenance on this bike. Like I said, I wanted to do the tire first because I kept having the tire kept going flat on me, so every time I had to move it, I had to put air in it. So replace the tire, replace the valve stem, torqued all the bolts on the front end. I checked the brakes while I was at it. The front brakes are great. Wheel bearings are great. So off to a good start. Thanks. Please like, subscribe. If you have any comments, please leave them. I'm not a motorcycle mechanic. Do this for fun. So if you have some tips or tricks, please leave them in the comments. Thank you.